20 years ago today, our story began with Mom giving birth to my sister and pulling a jaw-dropping sneeze, leading to a difficult delivery and her demise. Years later, Dad chose to hang around a little too long, leaving Ruth to care for her sister all alone. Due to Dad's excessive debts, the bank reclaimed our house. Staff advised us to leave and summon the town guardian. The sheriff kindly mediated, but ended up a punchline, Ruth's first lucky winner, sending her to jail. But things aren't that simple. You won't realize just how superhero Ruth is until the end. And now, she's finally out of jail. All she wants is to find her sister, but the sergeant seriously warns her not to step on any landmines. No meeting criminal buddies or contacting her sister's foster parents. Meeting secretly? Illegal. Meanwhile, Katie drives away, 5 when separated. She has faint memories of an invisible guardian from her childhood. Suddenly, as Ruth walks out of prison, a guy in the distance is eyeing her. The sergeant suggests she find a job, gives her a friend's card for a seafood plant. Ruth is unenthusiastic. She reluctantly takes the lifeline. Katie runs a red light and crashes, causing the whole family to wail as she breaks. After Dad's discharge, he transforms into a caregiver. On the way home, Ruth feels mixed up about world changes. With no family in sight, she's got to settle in here and meet the sergeant every Tuesday. It's chaos. Freshly released women are basically thrown here. It's like a chaotic party with 4 people sharing a room. Ruth's brother appears because she's finally out. They used to have a lovely family with a dad who was the street hero. 20 years ago, the sheriff saga ended by Ruth, leading to a dramatic fall in their lives. The brother waves his revenge wand, but Ruth and her brother decline this odd journey, having a family and a lovely wife. The foster mom, upon hearing, suspects Katie drove off course and thinks the crash was fate after receiving Ruth's release letter. The foster dad thinks this has nothing to do with her real sister. After all, Katie isn't the kid she used to be. Ruth buys a phone and is tangled how to use it when suddenly the hallway phone rings, ring-a-ding. The other end simply says, "Check it out," and back in her room, an old lady is rummaging through her bag. Ruth feels nervous and grabs her hair, serving up her fabulous lesson. 20 years in prison have made her fearless. Ruth immediately starts rummaging through her bag, ready to toss everything, but this one photo. Never. This is her sister Katie. Ruth walks down the road, feeling totally out of place with the world, but life goes. She tries to land a carpentry job, but the boss says she's a cop killer, too scary, and he bolts. Following the fake sergeant's recommendation, she's hired at the seafood factory, new employee on board. On the way home, a co-worker strikes up a conversation. Ruth feels a little giddy, but is super tense. She starts searching for her sister, finds nothing, but searches for herself. Full of old photos. She hops on the bus, reminiscing about sweet moments, and walks a few kilometers to her old spot. The place she grew up. The lady looks out and sees a woman staring, calls her husband. Ruth recalls again from 20 years ago, the sheriff calling home, urging her to think about little sister. But Ruth was extremely impulsive at that moment, warning aside. If anyone dares to intrude, she would unhesitatingly put on an open fire show, and shortly afterwards, a man approaches. He is now the male owner of this house. Ruth makes up a story, saying she worked here long ago. Seeing she's not bad, the homeowner invites her in. Once she steps in, it's a flood of memories, both good and bad. She's grateful to the couple, chats for a bit, then heads out. The homeowner learns she didn't drive, misses the bus, so drives her. He notices something off about Ruth. He straightforwardly tells Ruth, "You're lying." Faced with such directness, Ruth chooses to reveal the truth. She lived there with her sister. After parents' death, she went to jail. Her sister got adopted. That's where she last lived with her sister. For 20 years, she wrote many letters but got no reply. Out of love for her sister, Ruth doesn't seek pity. Thanking the couple, she departs gracefully. John calls her back and gives her his card. Katie finally gets out of the hospital and heads home. After her parents greet her, they dash off to work, leaving sister May to take care of her. Those two have a great bond. Katie tells her sister she always dreams the same, someone by her side, unstoppable. The person would doodle piano on her arms for her to play, which totally leaves her confused. Katie always senses a woman nearby, but has no idea who it is, leaving her a bit uneasy. The sister guesses it might be a friend from the foster home, and if she wants to know, they could investigate together. But big sis Katie totally declines. The sister asks, "Don't you want to find your family?" On her way back to the rental, Ruth spots a house being renovated. She goes in to inquire. They are building a homeless shelter. The boss fired workers. Ruth steps up smartly. He wasn't planning to hire anyone, but Ruth spots an opening, and because of her skills, she lands a second job. A few days later, the sergeant tells her she should come clean to her boss about who she really is. Everywhere you go, you carry a name. It's better to accept it sooner. The key is, he's right, Ruth needs to level up. But the past won't easily vanish. In the seafood factory, another co-worker slips her some affection. After work, he invites Ruth home. She smiles, a long-lost expression. His name is Will, and they chat happily. If you enjoyed the stories, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next.